My name is Sture Berg. I'm the COO of ProjectionDesign, responsible for manufacturing of our excellent projectors. First of all, I will explain something about the philosophy. Doing lean manufacturing, the buzzword all over the world is lean manufacturing. We try to do it in practically just doing it, not talking too much about it. The room you see here is actually overpressured, and we wear clean room dresses to reduce the level of dust so that we don't have to redo the core engine of the projector after we have initially assembled it. All parts that come in from the warehouse is showered with air, filtered air and vacuum, in order to be as clean as ever possible. Above each assembly line there is a row of ventilation that keeps a circulation of air so that we prevent dust from coming into the projector as it is assembled down the line. What happens here is that the plain boards, green boards, are loaded. They're being applied with soldering paste and then mounted according to programs in these machines. These machines can mount approximately 23,000 components an hour each. So during our visit here now, we will use about 50,000-60,000 components, just to imagine what level we are in. Different from most contract manufacturers, we have decided to have this PCB assembly in-house because we want to be in control of the quality. The quality is important for us, and we know that our circuit boards are difficult to assemble. What we have done to get to the level of quality we want, we have put this Cyber Optics automatical optic inspection unit inline. It's not many contract manufacturers that use this inline. They use it as a batch testing equipment. What we do is that we take a picture here of every circuit board, and then we can analyze the things that are not going that well to improve the process by every passing of a board. And we get statistics so that we can improve the process continuously during a run of the machine. If anything happens, if anything are wrong, we can manually adjust so that we don't solder the board until it's 100% perfect. This is the soldering oven, and when we're finished, we're loading the boards in a rack in order to redo them if we go the other side, because we have not prepared the line to do both sides yet. But that's in our vision, that we actually in the future will do one side of the board first and then solder that side and then flip over and do the other side afterwards. So that in goes the green board and out comes the finished and process controlled circuit board. One of the elements entering into lead-free electronics is actually a challenge with the soldering temperature for the PCB board. To avoid going to very high temperature, we have invested in this new machine that uses actually vapor to solder. That makes a broader manufacturing window for the circuit boards and gives excellent quality even with lead-free soldering paste. And finally, we have this selective soldering machine. The selective soldering machine, that means that we don't need a wave solder. We selectively solder every single hole on the contacts, because the contacts need to be very well mounted to the circuit board. And finally, there are some repair going on, as you never run a line like this with 100% yield. You have to accept something between 90 and 100, and all boards that are possible to repair will be repaired. The rest is scrapped. One element that are important for us is not to manufacture big orders, large orders, because large orders tend to take up capacity so that we overproduce. We try to go down to orders of 15 to 20 boards, and it's a very small batch in order to provide the line with the right boards at the right time. Lean manufacturing actually means that we have a balanced line of assembly. The line is chopped up into steps. Actually, this line has 7 steps, initiated by the first, in which we start doing the engine. This part is designed specially for its purpose, and only developing the tool that makes this part is actually at the cost of 1.5 million euros. First person starts out and assembly the parts that goes in here, and eventually seals the unit so that it's not becoming dusty as it's mounted down the line. We see again the engine part we started with. Now we have attached color wheel holder, we have attached some circuit board and DMD holder and the lens. So this is actually the sealed engine that is the absolutely core of the projector. When the core engine is ready, it's put into the bottom of the cabinet, and then each step is providing the value of making the projector. Each step is balanced to about 12 minutes, so every 12 minutes it's one finished projector. By the time we get here, we do the high-pot test to be sure that the electricity of the unit is actually secure for the user, and also we put a picture on the wall and flash the unit with our firmware so that we know that it works according to the specification. This is not a test, it's just a functionality that we know that the fans are working, the color wheels are playing, and the DMD is actually in function. After that, the units are put in burn-in. That means on the line, in line, we have connect them to current, and they run for 10 to 12 hours before they are sent into the test tent. We are now constructing a new test tent here. They have had a joint test tent up to now. Now we are constructing a new test tent, and in the tent the unit is connected to all possible sources in order to be 100% sure that it's well functioning. In addition, we do a lot of measurements which are captured and entered into our ERP system. Everything here is governed by our ERP system. Nothing is management by Excel sheets. That means that we all act on a common ground of information, on the common facts. That is much easier to work in line when we do it this way. In here we have signal generators that really deliver to the projector all known signals. Some are real and some are artificially arranged. That way we know that the projector is compatible with all possible sources of data or video. Then we throw the picture to the wall at the other side here. And in the wall we have sensors that calculate the ANSI lumens measurement. And then we download the measurement to the ERP system so that we literally can make a certificate for each single unit. We also then can control that that all the test values of the projectors are within limits. So when the unit fail, it goes back in loop onto the line, so that they will find out what is wrong and why it was wrong, and to correct it and to learn from the fact that it's going into loop. If it passes, it goes either to a shelf to pile up for a certain order, or it goes directly into shipping and are shipped to customer. We have no finished goods whatsoever in our warehouse. It's only units that are dedicated and designed for a customer. And big orders tend to pile up something before they leave, but usually orders up to 10 are manufactured, shipped over a couple of days.